Good morning and welcome back to Apple Tree Allotment. Down here it's Saturday morning. Come down again. It's very frosty and icy this morning. Down here it's about 8:30ish. But it's a really beautiful day. It's very clear blue skies. So it's a nice day to be down here on the plot. I've been down here a couple of times this week already. Made use of a couple of lunchtime visits. I went and got some more soil improver. So I've gone and got my 5 boxes filled up. So I've got those. And then another day I came down here. I think I told you last week the allotment committee had taken down an old tunnel that had a load of decking as the sort of base, and they got some spare wood. So I came down here Thursday, I think it was, and had a look what I'd got, measured up, and I've cut all the bits I need to length of what I've got. So I've measured up for this bed at the front. It's been under plastic since we've had the plot, so since sort of September, October time, I think. So hopefully, I haven't pulled it back yet, but hopefully it's nice and bare. And I've got cut out enough lengths to do 2 beds. I've got enough to do one that's 2 planks high, like I normally build, and then I've got enough to do one that's 1 plank high. So what I'm going to do today is build one bed, probably on this side, I think, that's 2 planks high. Get that built, and I'll put cardboard down, fill it up with soil, and then the other bed I'm going to have a scout around and see if I can find enough wood to do it 2 planks high another week. If not, I'll just build it the 1 plank high, and we'll see how we go. Perhaps build it later on. So I've cut out the lengths to go. The beds are going to go across that way, so I've cut out the lengths to fit across there and the ends, and I've also cut out these blocks just to go in the corners. So I've done those to span the height of 2. So hopefully I'll leave those in, and if I've got enough, I can make the other one higher as well. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting because everything, as you can see, is very frosty and icy. But it's the time I've got this weekend to get on with it. So yeah, so I'm going to do that. Crack on with nailing that together. I went through my garage last night and found out a load of screws and nails. So I'll see what we use. But I've got this box of screws. I've also got these nails. A lot of these were repurposed from the wood I originally had, the decking I originally had. So some of them are a bit bent, so they're not all usable, but some of them are usable still. And I found some other ones that are new, but I don't know if they're long enough. But we will see. All good recycled stuff for free. So I'll try and make use of that. Yeah, so I should crack on. I'll lay it out and show you that, and yeah, try and get that first one nailed together. I've peeled back the fabric, the weed fabric, and yeah, as I said, it is nice and weed free. Absolutely nothing on there at all. Hopefully that'll be good. This was covered up by one of those sort of plastic greenhouses, and it had a decking base on it. So nothing's been grown here for at least sort of 5 years or so, I'd say, probably more. But obviously I'm going to add some soil in it anyway. But yeah, it's a nice bare bit of ground to start with. Laid out my pieces of wood and supports. these beds are going to be they're a bit longer and a little bit wider than my the beds that I normally build, but they're still a nice size, so I can reach over. So I've basically left, I'm gonna have 2 beds in this part. It's got some nice paving slabs around it, so I want to leave those, so that sort of set my size. But I did want to put a path down the middle, so I'm just going to put some plastic down. Once I've got the other bed built, I'll put some plastic down the middle and put some bark chips down, just so I can walk through and lean over. But yeah, it's quite a nice size, these beds, similar to the garlic beds that I made before. Yeah. I've got the bed all nailed together now, all put together. All went together really well. Wood was all cut nicely. The only change I've made is I added some extra supports in the middle, both sides, just to stop the 2 longer pieces sort of bowing out or being misaligned. Just because it's a little bit longer than my other beds. Just give it a little bit more support. I've got more of that wood, so I can get more supports for the other bed, so that's fine. Other than that, it all went together well. Few nails that were a bit too out of shape to use, but got them all in the end. I need to get myself one of those sort of triangle squares for doing stuff like this, for framing things. But I've measured it corner to corner and cross on each side, and it's pretty much spot on square. So I'm really happy with that. The only thing slightly frustrating is these, it's hard to see actually, but these paving stones haven't got a square edge all the way along. But I think once it's all in place properly, it'll look fine. Looks nice this end and lines up with the other beds. And the other side lines up really nicely. These ones are pretty much square, so that lines up really nicely. So yeah, I'm going to put a little bit of cardboard in the bottom, just one layer, just to make sure no sort of perennial weeds come up or anything. But I think it should be pretty good, being that it's been covered for a long time. But I'll do that, put those in, and then time to fill it up with some soil. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough for this bed, so I might have to get some more next week, but yeah, let's see. I've got a nice single layer of cardboard in, flattened the boxes out and all tucked out nicely. Hopefully that'll just keep anything grown we don't want. Now I'm going to put my soil improver on, so I'll get these in. I don't think this will fill up to the first line, but let's have a go. Got all the soil in, 5 tubs of soil, and I'm quite impressed how far that went up. Actually, that has gone up to the first decking plank. Yeah, so that's good. I might put some more, either compost, maybe out of our compost bin or something, in it a bit later on. Obviously we don't need to get anything in it for another 2 or 3 months yet, but yeah, that's really good to see some progress, see some new beds coming together, so I can plan what to plant in it. Potentially I was thinking some either sort of potatoes that don't fit in the other side, or I might do courgettes here. These being a bit bigger than my other beds, I might be able to get three or maybe 4 courgette plants in one of these. So yeah, I'll have to have a think what's best suited to a slightly bigger bed. So I just had a measure of them. So these beds they're 2 meters long, so 2 meters along here, and it was 114 centimeters side to side. Yeah, so it's a good, what, 4 metres, just over 4 metres of growing space. So that's good. And then the one next to it will be the same size in there, and we'll have a gap of, I think it was about 18 inches, which is the size of my other paths. Yeah, so enough space just to walk through and lean over to harvest and sow stuff. So that's the allotment for today. Everything's pretty frozen solid down here, all the soil and all the plants and everything are hibernating. The bulbs continue to slowly emerge, but yeah, everything else is very wintry. Slowly starting to warm up today, but it's quite a cold start to the day. Hope you enjoyed seeing some more progress on the plot. It's nice to get some more beds in, so I know what I've got to play with when it comes to spring and planning our seeds. I know everyone at the moment is busy buying seeds and planning, so it's nice to be doing something. Next sort of project is getting this side done. As I said, I'm going to see if I can find some more decking from somewhere. If not, I'll just build it up at one level, and we can improve it when we can get hold of some more decking. I'll leave the supports the double height so I can add planks later on. But yeah, at least that'll be usable. It's deep enough to plant courgettes or something like that in it, beans or something. Yeah, so I'm going to put this wood away in the shed if it'll fit, just to stop it being so icy when I want to use it next time. It turned out all right. I thought when I got here, I thought it was going to be hard work, but it actually was fine to work with. I chose the bits that were underneath, so they're a bit more protected. But yeah, it all went together really nicely. It was nice having it all prepared, ready to go. Save doing it all in one go. Yeah, I hope you're all well and enjoying the wintry weather. I'm off home now, so yeah, I look forward to seeing you next week, and we'll get onto this other bed once I've found some more nails and start thinking about some of the other areas, moving some of the other beds around.